Cave diving gone horribly wrong, Devil's Den, unsolved mystery. There aren't many caves more fascinating than Devil's Den in Williston, Florida. There have been multiple deaths in this cave, some of them under fairly mysterious circumstances, and it has been described as the most beautiful cave in the world by many photographers and filmmakers. Stay tuned as we'll discuss cave diving gone horribly wrong, Devil's Den, unsolved mystery. Hey folks, welcome back, and we're glad that you're watching our channel. Hey, what are you guys waiting for? Let's get started with our latest video. About 25 miles southeast of present-day Gainesville, in the grassy, tree-covered expanse of northern Florida, is where the cave was located in ancient times. The more daring local youth would use it as a swimming hole, but they quickly stopped doing so when the locals began using the cave as a garbage dump. There wasn't much interest in this extraordinary underground wonder until the 1970s, by which time it was littered with trash and widely believed by locals to be haunted by evil spirits. Scuba diving enjoyed a meteoric rise to fame in the 1970s. Scuba divers quickly realized that this purported hellhole was in fact an excellent site for their sport. Over time, a married couple who were interested in scuba diving bought the property and transformed it into a facility for recreational diving and scuba instruction. The 3 scuba divers were among the first reported fatalities at Devil's Den in 1990. It may have been a lengthy dive as well. You could use this for over an hour before you need to refill the air tank. The group may have even gotten relatively close to the target time. It makes sense that they would, as there's a lot to explore below the surface of the water in Devil's Den. Divers often refer to this extremely slim tunnel as swim-throughs. There are also large underground caverns. It's hard not to conclude that the numerous opportunities for groups to become geographically isolated from one another, in addition to the many chances for exploration. The rocks aren't completely inert either. A variety of fish and even turtles call the water in Devil's Den home. The 3 divers would have been able to see everything. The group appears to have stopped for a while at this point. Between 1 and 2 p.m., it seems that the group took a calculated risk and had lunch around that time. Given what would happen by 2:15, the skilled scuba diver, who had brought extra air tanks, decided to not only return to the cave, but also to perform another dive. Not having any more air tanks to use prevented the other 2 from joining CP. When the mask hits the water, it's game over. It's safe to assume that CP is permanently dead. Given the length of their previous dive and the fact that scuba dives typically last at least half an hour, it's likely that it was quite some time before KK and CM started to worry. They dialed 911 sometime after CP disappeared without a trace. However, CM and KK were unable to continue their search for their missing friend because they had used up all their air tanks. Indeed, CP occupied the pool's deepest, darkest depths, and in reality, CP had touched the slit on the cave's floor. In simple terms, this is the proximity of 2 very large walls. The bedding plane passage CP was discovered in, as reported at the time, was only 2 feet high, even more so when outfitted in full scuba gear. Horrifyingly, the rescue team discovered what they described as clawing marks in the passageway of the bedding plane where CP was discovered. The lack of detail surrounding this case is frustrating, which at the time was still relatively unknown to the general public. Devil's Den now features a warning sign whose bluntness is almost shocking. Divers are warned not to go any further. More than 300 divers have lost their lives in caves like this one. Even though many people visit Devil's Den each year and think it's fantastic, you shouldn't take any chances or try to force anything. If, as undoubtedly was the case with the trio in our story, KK, CM, and the late CP, it begins as a place of wonder and memorable experience among friends, and then out of the blue, one of those friends is simply gone for good. Then it is horrific that it should be the place where someone's life unexpectedly and abruptly ends. And with that, we must adjourn for today. We hope to see you again soon in our next video. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our other videos that have been specially selected just for you. You can also hit the subscribe button for more amazing content, and you'll always be notified of our latest uploads on our channel. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you for watching.